Hello, my friends. Welcome to Friday. Finally. My goodness, who doesn't love Friday? It is drunk pokeroo time. It is beer time. I thought I had finished with all of my gift packs that I found in the LCBO, and then this delicious beauty appeared before my eyes, like Rudolph when he was needed the most. The Hockley Taster Pack. Contains three very, very good beers. The Hockley lineup of beer is not a hoppy mess. It's not a hopped up. It's not big, overpowering bourbon barrel-aged stouts. It simply makes classic English beers in a classic and very accessible style. My friend, the Big Canuck 1975, this is probably his favorite beer from the past when we had, we would drink macros all the time, but then delve into craft beers every once in a while. Hockley Dark, an amazing dark ale, very, very good, very, 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 very good beer. Hockley Amber, and again, excellent representations of the style, very, very accessible, very simply done. So the reason I want to talk about this pack is, as you see those classic Hockley labels, they have come out with sort of up-branded or rebranded the Hockley Classic Lager. Now, the reason this pack is fantastic is all three of these beers put together represent three beers that you could give to pretty much anybody, even if they're not a craft beer drinker. Now, the dark might challenge them a bit with its roasted flavors, but it's not so overpowering that it's going to scare them off. Same for the amber. It's got some toasted malt in there. But what I want to talk about today is the classic, because a classic lager is worth its weight in gold. One of the hardest things to do is to brew a lager. I mean, I've looked into brewing them, and I don't have the patience for it. The other thing is, lagers kind of get lost in the shuffle now with all of the, big hoppy buggers and all the, the sour beers and the stouts and porters. And there's something to be said for a classic lager, a fine and simple beer that gives you what you want, which is beer. 5% alcohol, very, accessible. Let's get into it and see. I don't drink a lot of lagers myself anymore. Too many reminders of my, macro pounding days. But I do enjoy one every once in a while. And I was happy to see this. Under $8. So I don't know how much more of a bargain you want. But this is one you could bring to a party, give to your host, and know that they would enjoy it. At very least, the classic lager. So again, look at beautiful classic lager color. Slow rolling carbonation coming out of there. Nice toasty malt, grassy, a little bit of grains. Nice, great grainy profile. A typical lager, right? But there's something about craft lagers. There's no adjunct juice. There's no rice. There's no, added stuff. This is just what beer should be. Malted barley, hops, yeast, and water. That's all you need. Cheers to Hockley for making a fantastic pack that you can bring to any party and share with anybody. Let's get into it. Ooh. That's a nice, crisp, clean, bready, a little bit bready, definitely some grassy notes, but it's just a nice lager. It's a nice beer. This is a dinner beer. Like, I don't like to have, I'm not a big food beer pairing guy yet. I'm really trying to learn, but it's taken a while because I'm used to just pounding beers, and when I, learned to drink better beer, I really concentrated on the flavors of beer, so I didn't want to mix them with food. Now move in there. This is a great dinner beer, great barbecue beer. This is a classic lager, exactly what it says. So, you know what? If you see it at the LCBO, pick it up. You're getting three beers for three tall boys for under $8. You can't beat that. That's fantastic, and it makes an excellent gift when you're going out. So get dressed up in your best duds like I have. I've got my top hat on, or my bowler hat, I suppose, my good jacket, and my fancy fat guy shirt, and I'm heading out on the town. I will see you tomorrow, Saturday. Probably another party. Cheers to Hockley. This one's a beaut. Classic.